Kamille Cupcake McKinney was abducted, forced to take drugs, sexually assaulted by one or both Derick Brown and Patrick Stallworth, and one or both of them acted in killing her.
Hey, it's iCkEdMeL, and we got a bit of an update today regarding Cupcake's case with Patrick Stallworth and Derick Brown. Today was her hearing. I'm not on camera because I'm not feeling well, but I wanted to give you guys this update, and thank you, Stephanie, for sending me the article. And in the background, this is the footage of Cupcake being kidnapped. Now today, Derick confirmed that she saw Patrick sexually assaulting Cupcake, which it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. I mean, we spoke about it in the last video, from him buying the enhancement pills to them saying they took off her clothes and give her a bath. I mean, do you really think that was just because they cared about her hygiene? From drugging her to, I mean, just you name it, from the stuff that was found on his phone. Obviously, they weren't there just to babysit her. Now, they're being charged with capital murder, which means that it's punishable by death.
Capital murder charges against Derick Brown, one of the suspects charged in connection to the death of Kamille Cupcake McKinney, have been bound over to a grand jury.
In the last video, we were talking about how it said that they were walking up to kids, offering them candy, trying to entice them. To me, this still seems targeted, because in the footage where Cupcake is kidnapped, it looks like two kids walks away, but they only took one. It's still kind of strange to me why they chose Cupcake and not the other child.
He even says they approached one group of young women where Brown allegedly told one of the girls they were looking for someone who looked like her.
So what I'm seeing so far is there's going to be a lot of finger pointing, which I guess is a good thing, right? Because then we can get information, but what's truth and what's not, and it's probably lies mixed with the truth.
Detective Jonathan Ross took the witness stand, saying statements and video evidence suggest Brown and Stallworth were working together.
So they're both trying to distance themselves from the crime, and from what I've read, there was like DNA evidence in the sheets, I believe, but there wasn't like DNA of Patrick on Cupcake McKinney, but now they're saying his DNA was on her nails. The other thing too is that remember when we spoke about the whole bath situation where they gave her a bath, that might have been just to clean up evidence in DNA.
Now, Brown's defense attorney suggested that she did not take part in the abduction or murder of Cupcake. They pointed at DNA evidence from the FBI's report that suggests Stallworth's DNA was underneath Cupcake's fingernails, but say Brown's was not.
The other thing that I thought was kind of interesting is that Derick Brown admitted to also taking meth.
Brown also admitted to taking meth and trazodone, the same drugs found in Cupcake's system.
I wanted to show you also a little bit more of the back and forth, and I'm going to show you a clip, but before we get to that, I wanted to show you that Patrick's defense team was trying to argue that he was asleep most of the time while McKinney was in the apartment. Now, do you really expect me to believe that? Do you guys believe that this guy was sleeping, the same guy that went and bought that same night an energy drink and a pill enhancement? Come on.
Tuesday, Stallworth claimed Brown suffocated Cupcake. Friday, Brown claimed she fell asleep, and when she woke up, the child was gone.
I wanted to ask you guys this popular phrase, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below. It takes a village to raise a child. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with that? Do you disagree? This Tom Brown village, they were walking around offering kids candy. Somebody should have reported it. Maybe somebody could have prevented this. What do you guys feel about that? I personally feel that no thanks to the village, because the village is corrupt. Don't touch my child, don't raise my child, don't do nothing.
The state argued Brown was with Stallworth the entire day on the evening Cupcake was reported missing, participating in approaching children with flyers and candy at Tom Brown Village.
The final question that I have for you guys is, what kind of sentencing would you be happy with? A death penalty, life sentence? I believe no less than a life sentence. I think they should get death, but here's my thing. If there's somebody that's willing to give the honest, truthful details to fully convict the other person, I say you can give maybe one person life and put the other person to death. That's just my thoughts. And I'm usually not that harsh on people, but what they did to this little girl, people always sympathize, and for the people that are alive, they have to take into account the atrocities that was done to this little girl. I mean, it's disgusting. It's evil. what they did to her.
Judge Clyde Jones made his final remarks saying based on both court appearances, Cupcake was abducted, forced to take drugs, sexually assaulted by one or both Brown and Stallworth, and one or both killed her.
And the final note before I end this video is I have to say I don't like how the father, Dominic, was so nonchalant. And one of the videos that I made where he posted a video saying that Cupcake's okay, he's not worried about it. I don't know why he felt like that, but to me he seemed very nonchalant, and that's just kind of weird to me.
I see potential subscribers.